Aston Villa entertained Everton in the Premiership in September 2002, the 175th top-flight meeting between the two sides. With 6 games of the season gone, both clubs had recorded mixed results. Villa had won just twice and were in 16th place, while Everton had also managed 2 wins and were 11th. Peter Enkelman remained in the Villa starting lineup despite a huge howler in the recent derby defeat at Birmingham. Villa boss Graham Taylor knew his side needed to bounce back with a win to appease the home fans after that. Goals, or rather a lack of them, had been Villa's problem. They'd scored just 3 times in the league. Taylor made 3 changes from the side-beaten at St Andrews. In came Lee Hendry, Peter Crouch and Darius Vassell in place of Alpay, Albach and Angel. David Moyes replaced Nicholas Alexanderson with a 16-year-old striker making only his 3rd start for the club, a certain Wayne Rooney. One other change, Richard Wright was back in goal after injury in place of Paul Gerrard, who'd started the last 2 league games. In an ambitious formation, Everton lined up with 3 strikers as they looked to take the attack to Villa. Jeff Winter was the man in charge. Your match commentator is Ian Crocker.
Aston Villa, 2nd best in the 2nd city just now. The pressure is on them, big time. The natives are restless here. Very restless. Another defeat today, and Villa's trip to Sunderland next week becomes even more massive for both teams. Everton have made a solid if unspectacular start to the season. They beat the Borough boys last time out, and they'll be hoping for a 2nd successive victory. Staunton's header. Now here's J. Lloyd Samuel. Staunton up towards Peter Crouch, the tallest player in the Premiership at 6'7", but he's got decent touch on the ground. Tony Hibbert getting a run in the side at right back this season for Everton. Staunton, who played against the Toffeemen for Liverpool in a few Merseyside derbies. Samuel. Hibbert stuck right with him. Just 21 years of age, a Liverpool lad. Started every game so far this season. Graham Taylor has spoken this week about the need for Villa to stick together and to start getting some results. Ronnie Johnson, the former Manchester United defender, played in midfield in that game against Birmingham, but back in a more natural defensive role today. Here's De La Cruz. And it might just come for Hendry. Oh! Tremendously taken, and just what Aston Villa needed. You can see what it means to a Birmingham boy, Lee Hendry. Villa off to a flying start as they try to go some way towards erasing the memory of Monday night's battering by Birmingham, their fierce rivals. They had the Blues of Merseyside in their sights this time, and it was a glorious goal for Lee Hendry. Just going to drift away from J. Lloyd Samuel. The seller who came from Charlton, J. Lloyd Samuel, who was also at Charlton as a young lad, and Villa were actually found guilty of poaching him and were fined. Kevin Campbell. Hibbert, Lee Tai, Thomas Gravesen, the Danish international, showing his determination. Now Wayne Rooney, looking to poke it into the path of Campbell, but it's straight through to Enkelman. De La Cruz. Vassell. It opens up for Gareth Barry. He'll have a pop. Oh, and a good stop from Richard Wright. It was an invitation really for Barry to have a pop. But he wasn't about to turn it down. A bit of swerve on it. And Richard Wright pushing it behind. Villa putting the pressure on, but Ronnie Jonsson's header veered away from its intended target, and he took a little whack for his troubles with Johnson. Delightful from Lee Hendry, a crafty chip. Everton trying to be a bit too clever. Vassell, Samuel. Offside. Mark Kinsella. He played it in the World Cup for Ireland, probably more than he might have imagined, because I suspect he was the one who really took Roy Keane's place in the team. Gravison. Campbell. Vitae. He's going to go for it. Nearly stood and watched. Vitae has been an ever-present so far since arriving from China. Staunton sending one up towards Crouch. De La Cruz delivers. Here he is again. Mellberg over there too. Oh, lovely pass from Mellberg to Hendry, and Vassell nearly doubling Villa's lead, but Richard Wright saw it coming just about. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. It's not been a classic this, but it never really promised to be. Quite a bit at stake for Aston Villa as they look to bounce back from their hurtful defeat at Birmingham on Monday. Everton still trying really to get their season going, although by their standards, which haven't been too high in recent years, they've had a pretty good start to the campaign. Mellberg to Hendry, straight at Richard Wright really from Vassell. So far, so good for Graham Taylor and Aston Villa. Antti Niemi has just broken into the Southampton side. We see Jääskeläinen is at Bolton. So Inkerman probably third choice really at international level. But they know how to breed their goalkeepers in Finland. Radzinski and Inkerman got something on it. Couldn't keep hold of it though. It was an awkward one really. He was rather relieved that the only people standing about him were wearing claret and blue shirts. As it dropped. It didn't drop anywhere near Campbell. Seconds remaining in the first half. Weir. Radzinski. Villa screening everything at the moment. Hendry, De La Cruz. Pembridge just got a toe on it. And it's half-time. At Villa Park, it's Aston Villa 1, Everton 0. Campbell, Rooney, Pembridge, wasting no time with his delivery, but time is something that J. Lloyd Samuel has plenty of now. Hendry, Crouch, fouled by Gravison. Peter Crouch began his career at Spurs, Didn't make much of an impact there, went to QPR and then Portsmouth, where he made a very big impact. 19 goals last season. And Portsmouth's Player of the Year, even though he left to join Villa. De La Cruz delivers. Oh, and it's come down for Hendry again! It's a double for Lee Hendry. And Aston Villa are in the comfort zone after a very uncomfortable week for them. Villa fans will be left wondering just why Hendry wasn't involved against Birmingham on Monday. He was unable to have a go at the Blues of Birmingham, but he certainly had a go at the Blues of Merseyside. Hendry bags a brace, another fine finish, although Everton might question the marking, but Villa are sitting pretty now. And Hendry's on a hat-trick. Early goals at the start of each half for Aston Villa has eased the tension around Villa Park, and there was plenty of it. Everton have huffed and puffed. They've had a fair bit of possession but not done much with it. Lee Hendry on the end of Gareth Barry's knockdown. He had plenty of time, but his technique was still admirable. Graham Taylor's team very much in command now. And it looks like Everton's miserable record at Villa Park will continue. It's a ground they actually fared quite well on in a few FA Cup semi-finals during their heyday, but in the league they never do it here, never at all. Pembridge's centre, away by Staunton. Well, the time is on Everton's side, I guess, if they were able to get one back. Villa might just get the jitters. But Everton have barely threatened Peter Engelmann's goal. Gravison. Radzinski. Oh, they have got one back! What a response from Everton. Thomas Radzinski squeezes it in the corner. That's better for David Moyes. And it is by no means a lost cause after all. Gravison's run, and then Radzinski took over. Well, they haven't had too many glimpses of goal. Thomas Radzinski didn't need too much of a glimpse then, as he sent that through the legs of Kinsella. Samuel. Gareth Barry, away by Stubbs, but only as far as Peter Crouch. Campbell onto Radzinski. Now Rooney. All of a sudden Everton have a bit of belief. They also have a corner off Steve Staunton. A nasty whack from Wayne Rooney early in the game, which explains the sight of blood. David Weir comes up. Everton are buzzing all of a sudden. Engelmann didn't get that away very far. Back in by Gravison. It's eventually hoisted away somewhat frantically by the boys in claret and blue. Now Vassell. He can motor a bit here. Hibbert won the ball though, and Unsworth takes over. Now Lee Tai. 78 caps for China. Lee Tai sends it through. Radzinski and Kevin Campbell. Oh, he couldn't quite take it into his path. But Everton are buzzing all of a sudden. Peter Engelmann with a rather half-hearted punch out, sent back in by Gravison. And between them, Villa conspired to clear. Gravison. Pembridge. It looped off Melberg. Pembridge again. Lee Tai. And Enkelman collects. Rooney. Pembridge. Hibbert. On by Campbell. For Hibbert. Oh, what a chance for Kevin Campbell! And some save from Peter Enkelman. How much did he know about it? Villa's defence was sleeping a little bit, really, and that was a fine save from Peter Enkelman. Gravison sent it in towards the near post, and he'll get the chance to do the same again. From villain to hero, Peter Enkelman. A hero for the villains. Gravison tries again. Oh, it's gone in this time though! Kevin Campbell! What a comeback! Everton were 2 down, they looked down and out. But in football, you never know. Questions were asked of them, and they have come up with the answers. Villa usually so strong defensively, but Campbell held off the 6'7" frame of Peter Crouch there to nudge it in. It opens up for Darius Vassell. Oh, and Richard Wright cut it out. Wright got it right, and here's Pembridge. There is urgency now from both teams. Aston Villa and Everton locked together at 2-2. It was nearly 3-2 though. Darius Vassell ominously bearing down on goal, but Wright stayed up and was able to push it away. And Everton are threatening again. Alexanderson now. Radzinski didn't catch it right at all, but they had time then. Radzinski on target today for the first time since the opening day. Doug Ellis, the chairman of Aston Villa, usually a target for some right old stick from the fans. And if Villa don't get a win here, I'm sure there will be a bit more flack flying his way. If they don't get a win, their game next week is massive. It's away to Sunderland, who of course have problems themselves. Next up for Everton, it's a home game against Fulham. Alexanderson. Gravison. The bounce right in front of Enkelman, but he wasn't about to be too troubled by it. Oh, Darius Vassell! And that's going to go wide! What a let-off for Everton, but Aston Villa should have been back in front then. Huge kick from Enkelman, and it eluded Stubbs. Darius Vassell sent it wide and booted the advertising hoarding in frustration as Everton come back for more. 10 minutes to go. Radzinski now. He's gone for goal! Ooh, skimmed into the side netting from Radzinski. Well, it's been some second half at Villa Park, and it's certainly been end-to-end in the last few minutes. Villa are waiting to bring on their young striker, Stephen Moore. In fact, might be a double change. Dion Dublin as well. Well, Peter Crouch will come off. Dublin made his first Premier League appearance of the season as a substitute at Birmingham on Monday. Comes on in place of Peter Crouch. And Tomas Fissel trudging off as well after that miss. He has been suffering with a hamstring injury lately, although I'm sure he's the sort of man you'd quite like to keep on. Mind you, this lad can score, no doubt about that. Stephen Moore, just 17, Birmingham born, scored twice against Everton in last year's FA Youth Cup final. And Villa are hoping that the scoring against Everton is a habit he's about to get into. Stephen Moore scored on his league debut against Charlton, and he could be in here. This could be making a real impact. Well, he's a live wire. He scored 8 minutes after coming on against Charlton. He nearly scored 8 seconds after coming on against Everton. So a new strike force for Villa then. Dublin and Moore. Gareth Barry's centre. Away by Gravison. Melberg. Leonardson. Hendry is down injured at the moment. Everton with some defending to do here as Dublin knocks it down. Got a loan spell at Millwall towards the end of last season. It looked like his Villa career might be over, but playing a fleeting part now in their Premier League campaign. Lee Hendry struggling a little bit after his fall a moment ago in the middle of the field. Staunton. Some run miss. He's going all the way. Joe Lloyd-Samuel. They speak very highly of him here. No wonder. Moore. Well, he's making an impression already. He's got a corner. And before his arrival, you'd have to say that Everton maybe were looking slightly the more likely to win this game. And it goes to the mix. Melberg there. Oh, it's been turned in by Dion Dublin. Dublin comes off the bench to put Villa back in front. An inspired substitution maybe from Graham Taylor. Everton didn't really deal with it. Melberg knocked it on and Dublin knocked it in. And Everton's come back from 2-0 down, might count for nothing now. Dublin has scrambled a goal. And Villa lead 3-2. And that might have been Everton's last chance. Looks like Aston Villa will be moving into the top half of the table. The Everton fans thought their team had saved themselves, but it didn't turn out to be the case. Graham Taylor's Aston Villa have bounced back from their derby defeat at Birmingham. It finishes then Aston Villa 3, Everton 2.
Welcome relief for the villains with that old warhorse Dion Dublin, the hero. Villa's season was a distinctly poor one though, and was compounded by their dreadful away form, which saw them win just once on the road. The side finished 16th, just 2 places above the drop zone. Everton ended an excellent 7th with 59 points, but the season for most of their fans will be remembered for the emergence of Wayne Rooney, who as a teenager produced dazzling display after dazzling display, scoring 6 goals and looking every inch a superstar in the making.